An explosive find beneath Gaza, which Israeli forces claim to have seized from Sinwar, outlining the October 7th assault. A chilling handwritten memo calling fighters to burn neighbourhoods, stun soldiers and broadcast terror. If authentic, the document rewrites the narrative of that blood-soaked day, transforming horror into premeditated strategy. As investigators race to verify the memo, the region braces for a new wave of political and legal fallout. After assassinating top Hamas commander Yahya Sinwar in May 2025, the Israeli military deployed a special unit into an underground complex he had used. A New York Times report has revealed that the unit discovered a computer not connected to any network, making it much harder to monitor than typical Hamas communication channels. The device contained an image of a 6-page handwritten memo in Arabic, which Israeli intelligence believes was authored by Sinwar's brother Yahya Sinwar, Hamas's powerful leader in Gaza, who helped orchestrate the October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. According to the NYT, citing 7 Israeli officials, the memo, dated August 24, 2022, appears to contain directives from Sinwar detailing instructions for the assault. The New York Times report quoted an Israeli official who claimed to know detail of the memo as saying,
"It calls for fighters to target soldiers and civilian communities, as well as to broadcast the violent acts so as to evoke fear in Israelis and destabilize the country."
The report also noted that based on previously unreported communications intercepted by Israel between Hamas commanders and their subordinates during the assault, the commanders issued similar instructions on October 7th. Israeli officials told the New York Times,
"The memo shows that Sinwar wanted his fighters to target civilians from the outset, contradicting what the group's leadership has publicly claimed."
Citing Israeli official, the NYT report further said,
"Although the memo does not explicitly mention plans to kidnap or kill civilians, it lays out orders for fighters to enter residential neighborhoods and set them on fire with gasoline or diesel from a tanker. 2 or 3 operations in which an entire neighborhood, kibbutz, or something similar will be burned, must be prepared."
Sima Ancona, a former document examination expert with the Israeli police, compared the memo with samples collected by Israeli authorities, including materials seized by the military in Gaza. Ancona said the note was written by Yahya Sinwar, citing examples such as a message to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in 2018 and a statement he signed for the Israeli police in 1989.
The handwriting in the memo aligns with other verified samples from Sinwar, who was killed by Israeli forces in October 2024.
The Times translated the memo, noting that several words and phrases also appear in other Hamas documents previously reviewed. Additionally, the Times reviewed and translated hours of intercepted Arabic communications among commanders and 8 fighter groups. Hamas officials did not respond to questions about whether the group's leadership outside Gaza was aware of the memo or the orders given to militants on October 7th. Ibrahim Madhoun, a Palestinian analyst close to Hamas, questioned the memo's authenticity, saying many acts described, such as the burning of entire neighbourhoods, did not occur during the October 7th assault and that the document did not reflect the culture of Hamas's military wing. According to the New York Times, the memo outlined a surprise assault plan on Israel, calling for bulldozers to breach the fence between Gaza and Israel and for multiple waves of attackers. Israeli officials told the New York Times they found the memo on an offline computer in a site used by Hamas leaders.
It expressed hope that the acts would have high shock value. Stomp on the heads of soldiers.
The NYT also reported that intercepted battlefield communications from October 7th echoed the memo's instructions. Citing those intercepts, the paper said, commanders directed militants to set fires, attack civilians, take hostages, and film the violence to encourage wider unrest. A Gaza City commander, identified in the report as Abu Muhammad, told subordinates,
"Start setting homes on fire. Burn, burn. I want the whole kibbutz to be in flames."
Another commander in Jabalia, referred to as Abu al-Abed, is quoted as saying,
"Set fire to anything. Slit them as you are trained. Slit their throats."
The Gaza Institute, a think tank linked to Israeli military intelligence, reviewed the material and concluded that Hamas planned and executed an attack of extraordinary brutality intended to sow mass turmoil. Intercepts cited by the New York Times also captured calls to kill civilians and take captives. A Jabalia commander, identified as Abu Muath, reportedly said,
"Kill everyone on the road. Kill everyone you encounter. Take a lot of hostages. Take a lot of hostages."
The NYT report further says the memo urged that the attacks be broadcast to mobilize audiences beyond Gaza, in the West Bank, within Israel, and across the Arab world, and called on fighters to film and rapidly disseminate footage to encourage others to join the fight.